Good morning, class. Welcome to week 2. I just want you to know that every week I will post a video with instructions over what we're going to learn in the current week. And I'll also recap on what we learned in the previous week. So with that said, I wanted to start with some administrative stuff. First of all, great job in the discussion board. You guys really understand how to post discussions, how to give substantial responses to one another. I am very impressed with your engagement and interaction in the discussion board. Give yourselves a bravo and keep up the good work. Remember that your initial post for your discussion is due Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. So I want to see everyone in the discussion board by that time. I would love to give a big kudos out, a shout out to everyone for 100% discussion post by Wednesday. So let's get in there and get going. Before we start week 2, I posted an announcement today, and it has a good video in there about how to organize your papers. This may help you with the paper that's due this week. Some of you haven't submitted your papers from last week. You can use this video to help you organize your paper and to help you get started. If you have any questions about writing your paper or you need some assistance, please contact me. I can do a Zoom and kind of tutor and coach you guys into writing your paper. So that is available to you. Just give me a call or shoot me an email or text to let me know if you need that type of assistance. Talking about missing assignments, there were quite a few missing assignments from last week, and I don't know if it's because you guys are really busy and haven't had time, which is not a good enough excuse. You have to balance and do good time management to get your work in on time. When you're on your job, you're required to do things in a timely manner and submit things on time. If you have an hourly job, you make sure you clock in on time every day so that you can get paid for the time that you're working there. Well, school is the same premise. You have a deadline that you need to submit your work. And so we have the expectation that you will submit that work on time. So with that said, please note that when you submit your work in late, you do get a 10% late penalty applied to your grade, so your points reduced. And let's talk about points. In order to pass this class, you need 700 points. Each one of your assignments is worth 100 points. You really can't afford to miss an assignment. You really shouldn't accept anything less than 100 due to late points. So I want you guys to really think about that. Think about how it relates to your career that you're going into, how being timely and using time management skills really benefits you and makes you stand out above other candidates or other employees on your job. So just remember, you need 700 points. If you have any missing assignments right now, you can still turn them in. If you need assistance with writing these papers, please contact me. Okay? So let's talk about week 1. You're supposed to write a persuasive paper about something that you're passionate about, and you're supposed to convince your reader, who is me, that your argument is correct. You have good insight. You have good support information in your paper to convince me that I should think like you think about whatever you've chosen to persuade me on, right? And then in assignment 2.2, look over that paper. What are some things that you could edit and revise? And there are 3 questions that you should answer about that editing and revising process. Again, if you need any assistance, please let me know. So let's go into week 2. Week 2, we're going to do something a little bit more fun. I like this week because it talks about a narrative. It talks about narrative writing, which is telling your story, writing your story. And you say, well, how does that help me in my job? Well, when you write a cover letter or when you compile your resume, that's writing your story. You're telling what the best parts about you, what makes you a marketable, the best employee ever. That's your story. So you'll notice in discussion 2, I've added a second discussion post that gives examples of a weak narrative, a weak story, and a strong story. Let's talk about that. What makes the weak story weak, or the weak narrative weak, and what makes the strong narrative strong? I want to hear what your thoughts are. Now, you have to answer the first question, the original discussion question, but I want to add this in there, and I want to talk about why is it weak, and why is the other one strong, and what can we do to make strong narratives in our narrative writing for our careers or our cover letters, okay? And then in assignment 2, you're going to actually write your story. So there, read the instructions there, follow the guidelines that I've posted in there, and I am looking forward to reading some powerful stories. I might even share my story with you guys in the discussion later on. I just wrote a pretty long story, not too long, but it's an interesting story. It's in an allegory form. So I might share that with you later if I see some interest in there. Guys, this is going to be a great week. Get in there, tackle it. If you're missing anything, go ahead and get that stuff done. Contact me if you need any assistance. All right, guys, have a great week.